Good morning, good afternoon, everybody who is here today to learn about the Next Gen Dinner Series. My name is Trina Booz, and I am the president of AdLounge.ca. And for those who are unfamiliar with AdLounge, we have been around for 16 years, and we've been producing a number of industry events, mostly geared towards the executive level, people that are in the advertising, marketing, and creative industry. And about 7 years ago, we decided it was time to do something for young people who were coming into the industry to offer them some opportunity to get to connect with leaders in the industry, coach and mentor them through that process, and really introduce them to the industry, help them break through. So that is what Next Gen Dinner Series is all about. So this program is designed for people who are graduating from advertising, marketing, communications, design, copywriting, art direction, digital design of any sort, who and business programs who are looking for roles for their first job. So that is what it's designed for. This year, we're really fortunate to have a number of companies who are looking for some really diverse skill sets. So everything from media buyers and planners to creative, more digital designers, front-end developers, account managers, researchers, strategists, producers, designers, art directors, copywriters, digital marketers, motion graphics artists, community managers, and UX researchers, UI and UX designers, and also I'd say more analytics focused roles as well. So that's what we're looking for this year. If that describes you, wonderful. I think we would love to see your application. So why I'm here today is just to tell you a little bit about the Next Gen Dinner Series, how it came to be, and what's involved in being part of the program. So you guys are going to be graduating in a couple months, and I think that's I'm sure you're really excited about it, and we're excited for you. And when you are looking for your first role in the industry, you're going to be pretty excited. Lots of opportunities out there. You're going to see lots of roles that are open. But the challenge that you're going to be up against is that you are going to be competing with all of the other people that are graduating at the same time that have a very similar educational background to yourself. So I think what we try to do in this program is to help you stand out among all of the other competition. We really help to coach you through and to find out what is really unique about yourself so that you can stand out. So, and we do that through a number of different ways during the program, which I will explain. So really, what Dinner Series is about, it gives you an opportunity to actually have one-on-one access to professionals in the industry that you never would otherwise. You're going to have access and dinner to perhaps a CEO of one of Canada's most popular and well-known advertising agencies. You may have a meeting with a VP of marketing at your favorite online fashion retailer. You may get a chance to, well, you will get a chance to network with 72, I think, this year, 72 of your peers and learn about their various disciplines across the industry. And you're going to learn about how you're going to maybe one day work with those types of roles. And it's really wonderful to network with people that are sort of connected, but maybe not within exactly your space. And you start to sort of see a bigger picture about how it all sort of fits together. And of course, you're going to get an opportunity to have a free dinner paid for by AdLounge and all of our sponsors, and with some of the top business minds in the country. So I think this is a very rare opportunity for you, and I would really urge you to apply, to take the opportunity to, when you win this spot at Dinner Series, to ask questions and to learn as much as possible from the industry leaders, from your peers, from the students that are actually coming to the event. It is absolutely the most incredible and I'd say life-changing opportunity for you. And it's something that you could put on your resume. It's something that you could say, I was a finalist at the Next Gen Dinner Series. I attended, and it's sort of a badge of honor that you can wear. So we have a recruitment process that we take everybody through. And so, as I mentioned, I'm the president of Ad Lounge. I also am the president and CEO of Boost Agents, which is the recruitment partner of Next Gen Dinner Series. Boost is a recruitment agency, and we work with organizations on marketing, creative, advertising, communications, and strategy focused roles. That is all that we do. We sponsor this event to help Ad Lounge and help these organizations that are hiring to find incredible talent. And so they brief us on exactly what profile of talent they're looking for. And then we go out to the applicant pool and we seek and interview those talent to make it to that dinner. So the process is we usually get about 300 applicants each year. And our job is then to screen these talent. We usually screen it down to about 100 who make it through to interviews at our office. We do these interviews in February, and we're interviewing 100 people. And we're spending a great deal amount of time with each one of you to make sure that we're reviewing your application, we're reviewing your resume, we're even looking if you are creative at your portfolios and giving some insight and feedback on that. So it's really, really robust and very wonderful to be part of that process alone. The next step for those who make it through to that next round is that we select the top 72. So this year the event has expanded. We have an additional table that allows us to extend it to 72, which is really exciting. And those finalists are invited then for a training program, which is one afternoon. I think it's in March. And that training is headed up by an organization that's been sponsoring this for years, and they're called Combustion Creativity. And they'll be working with you guys on training you on creative thinking, on presentation skills, on collaboration. They'll be trying to work with you to figure out how are you unique and how are you going to be talking to these sponsors in a way that differentiates you among all of your other peers. And it's really a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for you to really hone in on that. So, and then the final stage, of course, is the dinner. And that dinner is where you and your 72 peers will be sitting down over dinner with 2 representatives from each organization. And you will have a chance to ask them as many questions as you want. The idea is you will impress, and you will hopefully follow up with them afterwards and perhaps land a mentor or hopefully a job, I think is the idea. So where are some of our graduates now? So people that are alumni, I think, of this program have gone on to work at product design roles, product marketing roles, at technology startups, advertising account coordinator roles at advertising agencies, strategy roles, art direction roles at advertising agencies, product and technology companies. We have people that have moved into more content-focused roles, producer roles, brand management, as well as UX, UI. All sorts of different candidates have moved on to everything from corporate, CPG, retail, advertising, you name it. It's absolutely wonderful to see where our top candidates are moving into in their careers. So we've had candidates that have had some wonderful things to say about the Next Gen Dinner Series. One of our people here, Mike, landed a role with IPG Media Brands after participating in Dinner Series, which was a wonderful, wonderful success story. We had one of the candidates, Tracy, talking to us about how the training just left her with such a different perspective. And so I think she took that advice and brought that into her job search and how she positioned herself, which was wonderful. We even had one of the sponsors, I think it was from Amazon, fly down from Seattle to sponsor and be part of this event. And George, who now works at PepsiCo, really hit it off with this sponsor and actually ended up visiting him when he went to San Francisco a little while after the event. So that was really, really wonderful to see. We've had a number of candidates that have landed internships and roles out of Dinner Series. And even years after, because they do keep in touch. And it's just, that's the whole idea, is to have a mentor so that you can use them for referrals, you can use them for advice, you can work with them in many different ways, not just to land a role. So we've had our sponsors, we've had a number of different types of sponsors, as I mentioned. And, FCB6, for example, participated a couple of years ago, and they actually hired somebody out of that event as well. We've had Art and Science, which is a small digital agency, and what he said is it's like an interview en masse, and he really, really enjoyed that process versus having to go through all of the resumes himself. We have Sean from Amazon, who was the individual who flew down from, it wasn't San Francisco, it was Seattle. And he really, really enjoyed meeting the candidates as well. And he saw that there were some high potential people at Dinner Series. And an individual, Chris Page, who's currently actually now at Deloitte Digital. And he was really proud to sponsor it and be part of that. Really enjoyed the talent, meeting with all of them, and wanted to participate for a future year. So the benefits that you guys will get out of participating, it's everything. You're going to get the free dinner, paid for by Ab Lounge and our sponsors. You're going to be treated like royalty, I promise you, that evening. You are going to meet all of these leaders, have a chance to have a dinner with them, hopefully meet a future employer or mentor. You're going to be part of that interview process, which is really, really important, because a lot of you guys throughout school, you're not really learning how to navigate an interview. And so this is oftentimes the first job interview you will ever have. And so it's really great, I think, just for a practice run to do that and to know the types of questions that might be asked of you, and to sometimes even receive some of that coaching, which I think is really important. And you are going to be meeting your peers. Meeting your peers is one of the biggest benefits to joining, outside of hopefully landing a job, because I think it's really important for you to realize the industry is a much bigger place than you really maybe realize that it is. And so to understand how you're all going to work together one day, understand the different roles that exist within the industry through meeting your peers is so important. And the training. You're going to be training, as I mentioned, with Combustion. They are internationally acclaimed. They work with organizations such as Google, such as Leo Burnett, I think FCB, all sorts of different wonderful companies. So who has sponsored in the past? We've had Google sponsor out of San Francisco. We've had Amazon sponsor out of Seattle. We've had small agencies like Art and Science. We've had large agencies such as Y&R, JWT, IPG Media Brands, Sid Lee, TJX on the brand and retail side. We've had Jam3, another really wonderful, top-notch agency here in Toronto. So key dates that you need to know about is the application deadline. So we realized due to the strike that a lot of candidates who are more around design and focused on creative creative candidates may not have a completed portfolio in time for the deadline. So what we do ask is that you apply anyway. If you have anything, if it's a work in progress piece, just so we can see the potential of the work that you could do, that's really helpful. If you apply and you have maybe a PDF that you want to send as a follow-up piece, I would urge you to do that so that we at least have your application before the deadline. We will be reviewing all of them in in late January. So we want to make sure that that you get your application in and that we can look at some of the work that you can do. That is only for creatives. Anyone else, please apply. Your resume is really important for us to review, as well as the application form, which is on the website. I will direct you later. The finalists we will announce end of February after all the interviews take place. So all the interviews happen in the month of Feb. And then after the finalists are announced, 72 of them, we take you through the training with Combustion. That training, as I mentioned, it's an afternoon, it's a couple hours, and it's really, really, really key for you to be part of that. And the actual event itself is March the 20th in the evening, a downtown Toronto location. So if you would like to follow along or contribute to any conversation on Twitter, the hashtag is NextGen Dinner Series. We are also on Instagram at Ab Lounge, and this would be the hashtag, I believe, as well. So there will be 8 tables. There are 8 sponsored categories, and there are 8 industry leaders. Actually, this year, it's times 2 because there are 2 organizational leads coming out. So there will be 16 industry leaders coming out to meet with you. And if you are interested to know the types of talent that these organizations are hiring for, which I did mention at the start of the video, you could go to the website and actually see there's a sponsor footer at the very bottom of the website, and it shows who are the sponsors, and you can get a sense there. So you can go to adlounge.ca, and that will direct you to the actual event page for the Next Gen Dinner Series. And if you have any questions at all, please email dinner@adlounge.ca and let us know how and if we can help you. Okay? Thank you so much, everybody, and we look forward to seeing these applications come through on or before January the 15th. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.